Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my super easy liquid liner makeup routine where I show you my regular makeup routine that I use for every day or just on the weekends or whenever I am short on time to apply my makeup. And this particular look includes my favorite look, a really nice strong liquid cat eye, a liquid liner cat eye. And all of the products that I'm going to be using today are easily found at your local drugstore. So super easy and super cheap. Let's get started. So I already have my face makeup on, and like I said, it's almost completely drugstore makeup except for my BB Tinted Treatment Primer by Tarte, and it is in the shade Light. This is just a small one that I got from the travel section, like the travel size section at Sephora, and I have my absolute favorite Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder. This is a completely translucent powder and I've loved it a lot. It's really worn. So I'm not gonna even tilt it over because there's like little pebbles of powder there because I have dropped this. I've had it for a long time, but it is super smooth, super fine, and it just makes your pores disappear and you're left with completely natural looking but very smooth skin. So that's why I tend to use higher end face products, because they tend to have a more natural skin-like formula for my skin personally. But Maybelline and L'Oreal make the best drugstore face products if you cannot afford higher end face products. Maybelline and L'Oreal are my favorite from the drugstore. They do really good concealers. Their concealers are great. Which brings me to the concealer I use today, which is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Concealer Corrector. And it's very similar in concept to the Maybelline Dream Lumi concealers that I used to use all the time like 2 years ago, and then I just got tired of using the brush concealers, and then I got into using just cream concealers, with a little pot like the Erase Paste, or what else, like a NYX concealer. And then I recently got back into these with L'Oreal on Black Friday, so I was able to get this for a really good deal, and I use the shade Fair, which is really nice and peachy toned, so it's great for under my eyes and also highlighting. So yeah, that's what I have on my face. I usually start with my eyeliner or my eye makeup. So I'm going to be using the Color Tattoo by Maybelline. This is from the Leather Collection in Creamy Beige, if you can see that. And it is just a really gorgeous shade. It looks like a MAC paint pot, if you've ever heard of those. And I don't know what shade specifically, but it's a very nice creamy. It has a slight, not necessarily shimmer to it, but it's almost like a glow once it goes on your eyes. It's very flattering, and this formula is actually creamier than their regular line. I don't know why. And it's not just this shade. I have the Vintage Plum shade from the Leather Collection, and it is very nice. So I just like to use my ring finger and just blend this onto my eyelid. And when I use liquid eyeliner, I like to have a very neutral base for it, but I also like to add a little bit of depth in the crease, so I just very quickly apply this, and you can immediately see a little bit of depth there, but you don't want it to be too strong because then it'll overpower the look of the liquid liner. And it's just, if you're into that, you can also do that, you can make it work, but I personally prefer a nice balance with my eye makeup. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Now I've just realized that all of the eye makeup products that I'm using today are from Maybelline, and you can probably tell that they are one of my favorite drugstore brands, especially when it comes to eyeliner and eyeshadow. So now for the liquid eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner in black. Now, I don't know if these are discontinued because I have not been able to find them again, but I know L'Oreal does one that is just the same. It's probably a Linear Intense, but I'm not sure. And you can just check the L'Oreal section for their liquid liners. And it is in a pen form, which is what I really love. It's a lot easier to manage rather than a regular liquid liner because the product is already in the tube here and it dispenses out the felt tip. So super easy. You don't have to be going back and reapplying more product. It's all in one. It makes things go a lot more quickly. So I'm going to show you how to apply this. Okay, so what I like to do first, let me just pull my hair back so you can see. I like to look down into a mirror that I have here. Look down into the mirror because then your eyelid will be completely exposed to your makeup products. And so you just want to start dabbing at the lash line, the eyeliner, just so you can start to get a dark base, and then on top of that we will build the line. So just slowly build the line little by little because you can always add more. You can make the line thicker as you go. I like to go in about 3/4 of the way. And again, you can make the line thicker as you go. So from here, what I'm going to do is, now that I have a good base, what I'm going to do is follow the imaginary line that is created from the lower lash line to the end of your eyebrow. So here I have a pencil. So that line right there, you're going to follow that imaginary line to create your wing. And I like to use this guideline often because then it makes it easier to match up with the other eye, and it just makes things go a lot more smoothly. So I just like to make the line right there, and this is just like a rough sketch, so very lightly apply it. You don't want to press too hard with the felt tip because the harder you press, the more product will come out, so the darker it will be. And if you make a mistake, the darker it is, the more difficult it is to clean it up with a Q-tip. So I like to keep it pretty light, and then once I'm sure I have the shape that I want, I will go in and reapply. You just kind of want to connect it to the line that you made in the beginning, and then just go back and forth, smoothing out the line and the edge. You know, no application of liquid liner is going to be perfect. Trust me, I've been doing this for the better part of 2 years now, and I still have off days where my eyeliner is just not cooperating. So there we go. So that is one eye done. Now the fun part. The fun part is to do it on the other side, so I'll be right back. Okay, so quick tip. When you're doing your other eye to match up the first eye you did with the liquid liner, you want to look straight ahead in a mirror and keep your eyes open, and then just kind of sketch out more or less the angle you went for with this eye. So I just like to keep my eyes open and just kind of keep an eye on it. They're not going to be perfectly identical, but it doesn't hurt to try. So again, following this line and the angle. And there we go, just roughly sketch. Now this may not be everyday makeup for you, but for me, it's a regular day on the job, you know? Just have really sharp, strong eyeliner, and you're ready to go. Just go. Go do your thing. You do you. In dark brown. Hold on, there we go. NYX. And this is really nice because it's an automatic eyebrow pencil. And it's not totally round, it's a bit like a wedge. It's a bit flattened, if you can see that. So I'm just going to very quickly use soft and short strokes and fill in my eyebrows. And I do this mainly to just even them out because I feel this eyebrow it does not grow as long as this one, but if I shorten this one, it just doesn't look good. It's a struggle with eyebrows. I'm gonna brush them through with the brush on the other side of this pen or a pencil. Yeah, it's a pencil. And blend the color, and this color is very nice for my natural hair color of my eyebrows. Going to set the eyebrows with the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in the color Soft Brown, and I really like this. I'm just so in love with this eyebrow gel because the soft brown is ashy. It's just the greatest thing to have ever been released in the drugstore because the brush is also really easy to use because you don't get too much product on your eyebrows. It's not sticky, it's not shiny, it's just, it gets the job done and it holds even the wildest of eyebrows in place all day, and it's such a great product. So now I'm going to set my face makeup, which I hadn't done before because of any possible mistakes that could have been made with my eyeliner. So it's easier to clean up when you don't have, you know, your face powder on, because then everything's set and it's just, then you gotta reapply. It's a mess. I speak from experience. It's not a good look. You don't want smudged liner sticking to your face powder. It's not good. So I'm just gonna take the Real Techniques contour brush, which is obviously normally used to contour, but I really have been loving it for face powder because I only like to powder under my eyes and in the T-zone, and this powder is very, very fine, so a little bit goes a long way. So after I do my face powder, I apply mascara. Why, you may ask? Because before powder, my mascara, if it sticks to, it's kind of the opposite of eyeliner. If it sticks to my skin, it's easier to get it off when there's powder on your face. So I'm just going to use the Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara, and it's a very basic mascara that looks very nice and is very, very much waterproof. I'm going to use some lipstick. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in Ferris Nude. It's a very popular classic color. I just like to put on. It's very creamy, it's not shimmery, it's not necessarily, it gives your lips a bit of a shine because it is very creamy, but it's very simple and very elegant, I think. And if you want to go for a glossy look, you can also use the L'Oreal, what is this called? I cannot find the name of this. Even at the display that I got it from at Walgreens, I could not find the name. The official name is probably a Color Riche or something. Nude Ballet, and it's very nice because it gives your lips a nice gloss without it being sticky and annoying and just overall uncomfortable. So I like to apply a little bit, and the applicator is really nice too because it's nice and wide. I like to apply a little bit in the center of my lips and spread around. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe if you're interested in watching more makeup tutorials or hair tutorials or tutorials on anything and everything that I can think of. And if you want to learn something, I think my channel can do the trick. I think you can definitely learn to laugh. I hope you have a great day. Bye!